Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're really getting into a story that, well, it shook a lot of people. We're looking at the Watts family murders.
Hmm.
Happened back on August 13th, 2018 in Frederick, Colorado. Just this quiet suburban town.
Yeah,
We've gone through, articles, reports, expert takes, trying to piece together not just what happened, but really the how and the why. It's chilling stuff.
it really is.
Our goal here is kind of to look behind that normal looking front door, figure out the hidden parts, the affair, the betrayal. How did this family just implode?
Exactly. And that's what this deep dive is about. We're going to walk through the timeline, look at the evidence, the court stuff, but also try and understand the psychology,
Right.
what was going on in his head. The case is like a, well, masterclass in deception, really.
Yeah.
How someone under pressure just builds this whole other reality.
Until it breaks violently.
Yeah, until it ruptures.
Yeah.
So how does a life that looks so normal unravel into just absolute horror? That's a big question.
Okay, so let's set the scene first. Who are we talking about? Christopher Lee Watts. He was 33 at the time.
Mm-hmm.
His wife, Shanann Catherine Razuchek, she was 34. And they had two little girls. Bella, she was 4, and Celeste, just 3.
Adorable kids. Living in this, yeah, pretty average house on Saratoga Trail in Frederick.
Looks like the picture of suburban life.
And there was more, right? Shanann was actually pregnant.
Yeah, 15 weeks pregnant with a boy they were going to name Nico.
So the family was growing. She was doing this work from home thing, selling wellness products.
Right, Level, I think.
Yeah. And Chris, he had a job with Anadarko Petroleum.
Yeah.
So on paper,
On paper, it all looked fine, like they were chasing that American dream.
exactly. But that surface was starting to show some serious cracks, wasn't it?
Mm.
Even if people didn't see it.
Oh, definitely. Our sources, they point to texts from like June and July of 2018. You can see the strain building between them.
Mhm.
Shanann actually texted a friend something like, "He hasn't touched me all week." You feel that distance, that coldness creeping in.
Yeah, and that disconnect, it's stark when you know what else was happening. While she's feeling that coldness, expressing it.
He's living a completely different life.
A completely secret life. He was messaging a coworker, this woman, Nicole Kessinger.
Right.
And not just messaging. He had photos of her, semi-nude photos, hidden away in a secret app on his phone.
Wow. So this wasn't just like a casual thing.
No, this was a full-blown secret affair. It just completely cuts the legs out from under their marriage, that whole
Wow.
normal picture. It becomes a lie, a deliberate one.
And it was coming apart fast. There's this heartbreaking message from Shanann to a friend just days before August 8th. She apparently said something like, "No, can I call you tomorrow and tell you Chris said we are not compatible anymore?"
Oof, you can just hear the shock in that, the confusion.
Sounds like the end, or near it.
Which leads us right to that awful morning, August 13th, 2018. Shanann gets home from her business trip.
Yeah, really late, like 1:48 a.m. A neighbor's camera actually caught her coming home.
The last time anyone saw her alive.
And then, just a few hours later, in the quiet of the early morning, horror.
Sources say there was this confrontation sometime between like 4 and 5 a.m.
Chris wakes her up.
Yeah, wakes her up to talk about separating,
Yeah.
and then drops the bomb, reveals the affair.
Oh, God. And her reaction.
Reportedly, she said something like he won't see the kids again. A desperate protective mother trying to hold on to something.
And his response, it's just immediate.
Almost instantaneous. From that argument to violence,
Yeah.
he strangled her within minutes.
It makes you wonder if something snapped or if this was already decided.
It's hard to say, but the speed is chilling.
Hmm.
And what happened next? It's almost impossible to process.
After he killed Shanann, Bella, their 4-year-old,
Yeah,
she came into the room.
yeah. Saw her mom, unresponsive.
Oh, my God.
Chris then wrapped Shanann in a blanket, carried her out to his truck.
And the girls.
This is the part that's just unbearable.
Yeah.
He put the girls, Celeste and Bella, in the truck with him.
Yeah.
And then, in the cab of the truck,
Mm.
he smothered them.
In the shrub. Before he even left.
Before driving to the oil field, it's this escalation from marital conflict to murdering his wife to then methodically killing his own children. It's a level of depravity that's, frankly, beyond understanding for most people.
And then he just starts the cover-up.
Right.
Immediately, with this, unbelievable calm.
Right. 5:27 a.m., not long after, he backs the truck out. Later tells the police he just left for work.
Said Shanann and the kids were still in bed.
The audacity, the coldness. Just hours after committing these horrific acts, he's constructing this lie. It's deeply unsettling.
But the lie didn't hold for long, did it?
No, thankfully. By the afternoon, around 1:40 p.m., Shanann's friend, Nicole Atkinson, she couldn't get hold of him. Got worried.
She called the police.
Yeah. Police go to the house. They find Shanann's purse, her phone, but no family. Nothing adds up.
And Chris, how's he acting during all this?
He keeps up the act. On August 14th, he's doing these interviews,
Yeah.
on camera, looking emotional, but sort of detached.
Yeah, I remember seeing those, saying things like, I just want everybody to come back. This house isn't complete without them.
Playing that role.
Yeah.
The distraught husband and father. It's chilling to watch now, knowing the truth.
How long did it take for the investigation to really ramp up?
Pretty quickly. By the next day, August 15th, the FBI, the Colorado Bureau of Investigation, they're involved. And then comes a big break.
The oil site.
Exactly. They used a drone over the Anadarko site where Chris worked. And it spotted something.
What was it?
A bedsheet, partially buried.
Yeah.
And disturbed earth nearby. They checked.
And it matched the bedding from their house.
Exactly the same. That was huge. His story just started falling apart right there. All that effort to control the narrative, just crumbling under the physical evidence.
And then came the polygraph.
The polygraph test. He failed it. That seemed to be the tipping point.
What happened right after?
He called his dad. And that's when the first version of a confession started to come out.
But it wasn't the real story yet, was it?
No, not at all. He told his father this twisted version where Shanann had strangled Celeste.
What?
Yeah. And that he, Chris, killed Shanann in a rage after that.
Yeah.
Then he supposedly smothered Bella too and took all 3 bodies to the site.
Trying to make Shanann the villain somehow. Minimize his own role.
Classic manipulation, blame shifting, a desperate attempt to seem less monstrous even to his own father. It tells you a lot about his mindset.
But the actual discovery that painted the real awful picture.
Yes. August 16th, late at night, around 11 p.m., authorities found Shanann in a shallow grave.
And the description, I read parts of the crime scene report. It's just graphic.
It is. The officer's report, it mentions finding her approximately 9 inches below grade, in fetal position, wearing blue underwear and a light-colored shirt.
And the girls.
They were found at the bottom of the crude oil tanks. It's just gut-wrenching detail.
So he was arrested on the 15th then?
Correct. Arrested August 15th, charged with multiple counts of first-degree murder, unlawful termination of a pregnancy for Nico, and tampering with bodies.
And did it go to trial?
No, it didn't. There was a plea deal. November 6th, he pleaded guilty to all charges.
Why the deal?
To avoid the death penalty. Shanann's family agreed to it, wanting to avoid a long, painful trial.
So the sentence?
November 19th, 5 life sentences without parole, plus extra time for the other charges. He's serving it out in Wisconsin now. Justice was relatively swift once the truth was out.
And since then, in prison, has he shown remorse?
Well, reports say he claims remorse, talks about finding faith, says things like a day doesn't go by where he doesn't think about his family, tries to sound haunted.
There's always a but with him, it seems.
Exactly. There's this huge contradiction. Letters he wrote from prison surfaced later, and in those he's back to blaming others.
Who's he blaming now?
Shanann, calling her a control freak, and Nicole Kessinger, the mistress, calling her a Jezebel. This is after pleading guilty and admitting everything.
Wow, so the remorse is just another performance.
It points to something deep, doesn't it? Maybe a narcissistic pathology, where he just can't accept full responsibility. He has to make it someone else's fault, even when he's already confessed. Self-preservation above all else.
There was even that soundbite, right, where he talks about Kessinger later.
Yeah, from March 2020, a sort of soft, regretful tone saying, "The words of a harlot have brought me low. Honey, that pierced my heart and soul."
Still blaming her even then. It's unsettling how he keeps trying to reshape the story.
Constantly trying to rewrite history to make himself look less culpable, even from behind bars.
This case obviously got massive media attention. It was everywhere.
Huge. It really became a cultural touchstone in a dark way. There's the Netflix documentary American Murder, The Family Next Door.
September 2020, yeah. Used a lot of their own footage, texts.
Very powerful. Plus features on 2020, Dr. Phil, Dr. Oz, Oxygen specials. Everyone's trying to dissect it. What were the warning signs? What were the hidden tensions?
Why do you think it captured the public imagination so intensely?
I think it's that disconnect we talked about. The sheer gap between the perfect suburban image and the absolute brutality of the reality. It tapped into this deep fear, you know?
That this could happen anywhere, behind any door.
Exactly. That maybe the normal we see isn't always real. It forces this collective grappling with how someone could maintain that facade while planning something so horrific. It's about betrayal on the deepest level and the loss of innocent life.
So wrapping this deep dive up,
Hmm.
it really is a story about that facade. A father's unbelievable betrayal and these three bright lives just gone.
Mm-hmm.
It's a really hard reminder, isn't it, that terrible crises can just fester unseen behind closed doors until everything explodes.
That absolutely is. And
Yeah.
looking at all these sources, piecing it together, it really forces you to confront some difficult truths about deception, about control, about how human connections can just completely fall apart.
That gap between the outside and the inside reality.
Precisely. It leaves you with a really unsettling question to think about.
Yeah.
If someone can put up such a convincing front, what are those tiny warning signs we might miss, the subtle shifts in behavior?
Yeah.
And maybe more importantly, how can we build communities or just be more aware in our own lives to maybe catch those silent struggles before they reach a point of no return, before it's tragically too late?